Hi, welcome to WGN 88 News. My name is Mark Holkoner, and I'm here with the latest in Chicago. We have created a new Daniel Brenham's Plan of Chicago, and now, with Stephen Timmerick, we talk about the problems in Chicago.
Thank you, Mark, for that introduction. In other news, Chicago is one of the least eco-friendly cities in the nation. Chicago is higher than national indexes in air pollution, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, and particulate matter. This is due to cars and the factories that we have. Car produces over 1/3 of the carbon dioxides and the nitrogen dioxides in the atmosphere and over 20% of global warming pollution. Not good, guys. Go eco-friendly. Go buy yourself a hybrid. I don't know. They're kind of weird, but... In other news, the crime rate in Chicago has not been its very best. It had 432 murders reported. In the U.S., it had 14,612. If you do the rate per 1,000 residents, Chicago's rate is 0.16, and the U.S. is 0.05. One of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Chicago is Fuller Park, Washington Heights, Englewood, Riverdale, and West Garfield Park. All these neighborhoods went over 12,000 reported crimes in the last year. And finally, CPS schools. Due to holiday pension with falling revenues of the state, the impact of 2 recessions, a changing ratio of beneficiaries and active members, and a second pension holiday, last year in Chicago had shut down 28 CPS schools because of a $1 billion budget gap. But on the plus side, the 2012-2013 school year had a graduation rate of 65.4%, which improved from last year's mark of 61.2%. This has been Stephen Timmerick, and I'm signing off.
Thank you, Stephen. And now to Ike with the solutions to these problems.
Hello, I am Isaac Oguike, and I believe I have solutions to some of the problems in Chicago. One of the problems of Chicago that Timmerick addressed was overpopulation. The solution to overpopulation in Chicago would be to implement a program that assisted childless individuals. If this program were to be in effect, many people would be discouraged to have children. And over time, eventually, the population will go down. Another problem in Chicago that Timmerick addressed was crime. Most crimes in Chicago are committed in poverty-stricken areas. Also, crime is driven by poor education and lack of jobs. I believe that if property values went up in these poverty-stricken areas, crime would be reduced significantly. This is because many people wouldn't have to resort to do crimes to get money. Instead, they could find many alternatives. In addition to that, I also believe that if more officers get put on the street and if police officers get more overtime, crime would also be reduced. Another big problem in Chicago is our dropout rates and scores. To fix these problems, I believe that we should have a person come to each classroom and evaluate the classrooms to see if teachers are doing their duties and to see if classrooms are an optimal place of learning. If students have an optimal place of learning and if teachers do all their duties, then scores should go up. If scores go up, then dropout rates should go down because the majority of people who drop out because of low scores.
Thank you, Ike. And now to the opportunities from Oscar.
I'm Oscar Fernandez, and I'm here to talk about opportunities in the city of Chicago. There are many great opportunities in the city of Chicago, too many to talk about. But here are the great points that we have decided to talk about to you. There is currently 2.715 million people in the city of Chicago. It has grown 0.3% since the last population count. It is also predicted to grow about 28%, and this means there will be about 11.04 million people and about 4 million households. Economy in Chicago is known to be the most prosperous, and to have the highest potential for growth. The city is a leader in global trade, generating about $3.5 billion. Chicago has gone through many disasters, such as Fort Dearborn Massacre, large beer riots, the Great Chicago Fire, the Haymarket tragedy, and much more. With all these disasters, Chicago has moved forward, looking to the future, never looking back to the past. This shows the strength and determination Chicago has. Not just the city, but the people inside it.
Thank you, Oscar. And now I will be discussing the physical part of this plan. We shall be constructing an eco-friendly building, which is the prime example of an eco-friendly building, and it will educate the people of Chicago on how to revolutionize their home to be the perfect example of a green community. Every person who is approved by this company will receive a 5% property